Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, shooting update. Last weekend's Pedmal shooter faces another charge.
And first month in, a few words from the UI's Vice President for Student Life.
And we take a look at your Hawkeye golfers who were named to the Big Ten preseason honors list.
We'll also take a look at what it takes to be a part of the running club.
As Hawks football season is getting closer, the sky's getting shinier as well. Find out more in Leather.
All that and more coming up. Stay right there.
Daily Iowan TV starts now.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Christopher Cervantes.
And I'm Ethan Gutstein. So in continuation with the murder story, let's talk, with the shooting story. We have an update with that, and we have our own reporter, Cole Johnson, in the studio to talk about more. Cole?
Thanks, guys. Before we dive into the update, let's give you a quick recap of the violent events from the weekend. Around 1:30 Sunday morning, 3 people were shot in downtown Iowa City. 2 men were arrested at the scene. One of the men, Lamar Wilson, was charged with 3 counts of intimidation with a dangerous weapon, 3 counts of attempted murder, and 1 count of first-degree murder. Dante Taylor remains in custody on charges of control of a firearm by a felon, trafficking in stolen weapons, and carrying weapons. Following the shooting, 3 victims were taken to the hospital for treatment. Late yesterday, one of the victims, Khalik Asham Douglas Jones, died. Stick with Daily Iowan TV and online at dailyiowan.com as the story develops. In the studio, Cole Johnson, Daily Iowan TV.
Melissa Shivers just wrapped up her first month as the new Vice President of Student Life at the University of Iowa. Her job is to work with administrators on policies that affect the student body. The Daily Iowan had an exclusive interview earlier this week to speak with her about her plans for the future and what she has done so far. Within her first month, she worked closely with the 4 cultural centers on campus by providing them with new resources.
I empowered the staff to go ahead and hire 2 additional coordinators so that we now will have 4 coordinators, 1 in each cultural house.
She will also be working alongside the university's Greek system on changing the culture at Iowa after out-of-town formals were banned for all Greek organizations.
It was really inspiring to me to see how serious they've taken that charge by saying to the campus, we're no longer going to allow out-of-town formals. We administration didn't have to do that. That was students being accountable for their experience.
As she continually settles into her new position, Shivers wants to let parents know that she is creating a safe and inclusive campus for all students, faculty, and staff.
We are also responsible to the parents and the families who have said, I'm sending my child, my son or daughter, my person to this institution in order for them to grow and to learn and to feel safe.
Be sure to keep your eye on dailyiowan.com for more on this interview.
Prairie Lights is bringing back U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders to hold a reading. Sanders will be returning to promote his new book titled Bernie Sanders' Guide to Political Revolution. The rally, which is titled Socialism Sucks, is scheduled to go from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Make sure to tune to Daily Iowan TV tomorrow morning for our coverage of the events. In light of the Charlottesville events that took place this month, the University of Iowa has begun reviewing its operations manual in case similar events are to occur on campus. The UI Faculty Council held a meeting on Tuesday to discuss how the university should prepare for and handle mass rallies that may turn dangerous. Steve McGuire, the chair for the Committee on Academic Values, referenced Charlottesville as a sign for the need for coordinated, thoughtful action.
Iowa is reaching out a helping hand to Texans as Hurricane Harvey continues to wreak havoc on Houston. The Animal Rescue League of Iowa was asked by a national animal shelter group to help with water rescue and door-to-door animal rescue 30 miles south of Houston. The team was deployed yesterday and is expected to be there in about a week.
Harvey was downgraded to a tropical depression on Wednesday and moved through Louisiana last night. Today it is expected to run over Mississippi. Officials have reported 38 deaths related to the storm as of last night. The National Guard has rescued 8,500 since the storm began. Well, Iowa's weather has been actually surprisingly calm and nice.
It really has, Ethan, and I have a feeling it's only going to get better. Let's toss it over to Junhyo Kim in the weather studio just to make sure.
That's right, guys. This week we'll probably have warmer temperature than last week. This afternoon it will start with partly cloudy skies, and later on the skies will be clearer, reaching highs of 75 degrees. We'll have clear skies at night with temperatures slightly dropping down to around 60 degrees. Now let's take a look at our 5-day extended forecast. On Friday, we are looking at sunny skies with the temperature reaching high of 75 and low of 48. On the match day, gladly, we are looking at clear skies as the temperature rises at 81. On Sunday, we will have a hotter day as the temperature reaches high of 87 and low of 65. Even though weekend ends, the temperature on Monday will stay hot as the temperature reaches high of 86. But on Tuesday, the temperature will be cooled down a little bit with high of 73 and low of 50. In overall, during this week, the temperature range is pretty extreme, so be cautious not to get cold. That's your weather for the week. Guys, back to you.
Gloria Day Lutheran Church in Iowa City is aiming for relocation in the near future. The church announced yesterday that they plan on selling one of their properties to the University of Iowa. The university plans on purchasing one of the church's buildings on East Market, called the Christus House, for nearly $2.5 million. Once the sale is completed, the building will become a part of the Tippie College of Business. It is expected to house a brand new entrepreneurial center, conveniently one block from Tippie's John Papajohn building. The deal has not yet been finalized, as more details will be available at the Board of Regents meeting next week.
Iowa City is taking an extra step to become more bike-friendly city. The City Council submitted an application to the League of American Bicyclists to renew what the league calls a, quote, bike-friendly status, unquote. Iowa City currently has a silver status and is aiming for gold this year. The City Council stated in a press release that achieving this gold status is part of a larger goal to encourage and improve bicycling for the community. Well, Ethan, I don't know about you, but I am absolutely thrilled to have Hawkeye sports back in my life.
Same here. It's always great when all of Iowa's athletics does extremely well. Let's toss it to Liv and Taylor in the sports studio.
Yeah, guys, we are all excited, especially me, to kick it off on Saturday, and game we've all been waiting for.
Well, I predicted that the Hawks are going undefeated, so I have high hopes going into this game. On a different note, the 17th ranked field hockey team is 2 games into their season, and one sophomore has already emerged as a leader. Alexis Gore has more.
Sophomore Katie Birch is looking forward to another successful season with Iowa Hawkeyes. Last year, she was rewarded with being the Big Ten Freshman of the Year. She's ready to defend her title this upcoming season. Birch's title gives her an advantage, but also places pressure on her to repeat those results.
It's nervous, but it's quite exciting. You got people looking at you expecting things, and I hopefully want to live up to them and show them that I deserve the Big Ten Freshman of the Year, and hopefully can prove to them why I got it and maybe get another accolade this year. So fingers crossed.
Katie Birch will defend that title when the Hawks take on one of the toughest schedules in the nation.
I think it's going to really improve it. It's going to definitely make us raise our game and challenge ourselves mentally and physically. I think playing people ranked higher than us is definitely a kind of mental battle before any physical kind of thing. So I think we're really excited to be able to get back out there and try harder.
Birch and the Hawkeyes will have to survive their schedule before striving toward the Big Ten tournament.
Definitely to make it to the Big Ten tournament, we want to host the first round. That's definitely one of our biggest goals this season. We want to show that we are one of the top teams in the Big Ten, and I think by achieving that certain goal, that's showing it.
Katie Birch and the Hawkeyes are looking forward to going far in this year's Big Ten tournament. Reporting for Iowa Field Hockey, this has been Alexis Gore, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Birch and the rest of the Hawks will travel to California this weekend for a 3-game road trip.
Both women's and men's golf teams have preseason honors. University of Iowa seniors Jessica Ip and Morgan Kukla and sophomore Sophie Liu were named 2017 Women's Golf Big Ten preseason honorees. The conference office announced Wednesday Ip competed in all 10 tournaments in 2016 and 17. The senior from Ontario, Canada, carded a 3-round score of 221 to finish in a tie for 5th at the Big Ten Championships last season. As a freshman, Liu appeared in all 10 of the team's tournaments. Last season, the Vancouver, British Columbia native finished with a team best scoring average of 74.8.
Kukla, a native of Winthrop Harbor, Illinois, competed in 7 of Iowa's 10 tournaments last season. The senior carded a career-best 18-hole score of 71 at the Hawkeye El Tigre Invitational. The Hawkeyes opened the 2017 season at the Branch Law Firm Invitational in Albuquerque, New Mexico, September 11th and 12th.
On the men's side, sophomores Alex Shake, Jack Simpson, and junior Matthew Walker were named 2017 Men's Golf Big Ten preseason honorees. Shake had 4 rounds that were announced on Wednesday by the conference office. His 4 rounds were at or below par and compiled at 75.1 stroke average per 18 holes over 7 events last season.
Simpson led Iowa at the 2017 Big Ten Championships with a team best 54-hole total of 214, which was best for 16th place. In the second round at the Big Ten Championships, he posted an 18-hole career best of 68. Walker competed in every tournament for the Hawkeyes for the 2nd consecutive year and was named the Division I Ping All-Midwest Regional Team. The Ottumwa, Iowa native averaged 72.73 strokes per round and had 4 top 20 finishes with 7 rounds at or below par.
While track season is starting up for the Hawkeyes, students can also put themselves through a track season of their own. Alec Giannakopoulos has more.
As students head to the gym after class, some meet up at the lobby at the CRWC to catch up, hang out, and run throughout Iowa City. Meet the Running Club, a student organization with one thing on the agenda: run.
We have people of all levels. There are those people who go slower. We also have people that are extremely fast. For the most part, there's always a pace that most people can run at.
Twice a week, the running club will meet up at the recreation center, stretch out, and then run a custom-made course stretching throughout different parts of Iowa City. And while running and staying in shape is certainly an important aspect for the running club, who meets twice here in Gibson Square, it has proven to be the bonds and friendship made while running that keeps the members coming back.
I'm not the biggest fan of running. I didn't do it too much in high school, but I realized once I got here that the feeling of a post-run high, or just it's good exercise. So those are just little perks. For me, it's mainly just the networking, being talk to people. Everyone here just loves to run, so you already have common connections with them. You just meet all these new people, and some of them have become some of my best friends.
If you're not an athlete or professional runner, don't worry. The running club takes runners at all talent levels. Just bring a good attitude, and also a good pair of shoes. This has been Alec Giannakopoulos, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
The club meets at the CRWC at 5:30 on Tuesday and Thursday, and anyone can join. Anyone, Taylor, so you know exactly where I'll be at 5:30 tonight.
Well, Liv, I'll see you tonight, and I'll bring my running shoes. Well, Iowa baseball finally got home late last night from the World University Games. The Hawkeyes ended the games 5-2. While taking home the silver medals, the University of Iowa is the first American representative to advance the gold medal baseball game, and the Hawkeyes are the first U.S. team to win a medal in university history.
Taylor, they seem like they had a pretty good time in Taiwan, and they definitely played well out there. So I think Iowa fans will expect them to do the same during the season, and maybe we'll see another no-hitter from Cole McDonald. The Hawks now do get some time off but we'll be back soon enough when fall ball starts off.
Tune in tomorrow as Mary Kate Harrion and Zach Mackey will be hosting your first pregame show of the season as the Hawkeyes take on Wyoming right here at Kinnick Stadium on Saturday at 11.
The anticipation is here. I cannot wait for Saturday kickoff. We've been waiting all summer, Taylor.
I am so excited. Tune in to our Facebook page early morning and we will have live game day updates.
Well, that's all we have here in sports. Chris, back to you.
That concludes our Thursday morning broadcast. From everyone on Daily Iowan TV, I'm Christopher Cervantes.
And I'm Ethan Gutstein. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in this morning, and we'll see you back and better than ever tomorrow.